Good evening, everyone. My name's Annalise and I work for Prison Phone, purely looking after their social media. So therefore, it gives me the ability to speak about things that matter to you guys without any product placements, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get started. So the most popular story this week, by actually quite a long shot, is a brilliant story, which is, when you read the article, it's almost like a film. So this is about Charles Lynch, who escaped from Maidstone prison in 1992. And he'd been on the run ever since then. He was spotted trying to cross the channel and alerted officials because of the speed he was travelling at the time. So he alerted officials. He then had two Border Force vessels chasing him and a Coast Guard helicopter as well. And there was a high-speed pursuit. And when they eventually caught up with him, he tried to make out that he was German. There is a name in the article as well somewhere. So he tried to convince them that he was German. And they found 8 Albanians on the boat as well. So he's obviously been arrested. But it turned out that he had a mass load of convictions. He's been convicted of crime in France as well. He's got several aliases, that's definitely a word. He's got several aliases too. And he's lived quite a exciting life by the sounds of it. I'll put the post in the comment section below and you can have a read for yourself about it. But reading the article itself is honestly like a film, because you just can't even imagine all of that stuff happening. So yeah, do take a look. That was quite a popular one with you guys this week. So it does make for a very good read. So the next story is about, the title is Britain's most notorious paedophile is back on the streets with dyed hair as a disguise. So this is a story about Vanessa George, who was convicted and sent to prison in 2009 to serve a minimum of 7 years. She has since been released. She's changed her name to Hazel, and it's believed that she's living somewhere in the Midlands. But she's been spotted with dark hair. So her mugshot went viral, and it's her with bleached blonde hair. But she dyed her hair brown in prison. When she was released, she was so happy to be out that she went back to blonde again, but was spotted instantly. So she's gone back to black hair, but someone has spotted her and taken some pictures. So obviously now everyone knows it's her anyway. She has done some really horrific things. She worked at a nursery in Plymouth, and there were photos and films of her abusing babies and toddlers at this nursery, and then selling them to an online ring of sexual predators. So she's done some horrific things, and now that people can recognise her, I don't think she's going to have a great life on the outside. She might wish she was back in prison, to be honest. So yeah, she's been spotted on a shopping trip. So now people know that who she is and stuff. It's not gonna work out very well for her. Again, I will post the link below so you can have a look at it for yourself. But yeah, it's quite a short article, that one, and it's basically to do with her dyeing her hair. But the response it got from you guys was quite heated, so, and I can imagine why. The next story, again, it's another sad one. So this is to do with Charlotte Noakes, who we shared a couple of posts about her this week. And it's to do with the IPP sentence, so imprisonment for public protection sentence. So this is where people aren't given a release date. So they have to go in front of a board and they have to be given the status of able to be released back into the public or no threat to the public. So Charlotte Noakes was found dead at HMP Peterborough in 2016. So it's all come back into light because of the IPP sentence she was under. So her family have released a statement saying that she felt as if she had been given a life sentence. She was sentenced to 15 months originally, but at the time of her death, she had been in for 8 years. So that's a big difference between 15 months and 8 years. She was no angel, don't get me wrong, but she was suffering from health problems, and it's sad for the family that things turned out the way that they did. The IPP sentence was actually abolished in 2012. They realised it wasn't working, so they decided to stop it. However, everyone who's currently serving the sentence, it still applies to. So I think we'll see a lot more about the IPP sentencing the more that these stories come out and stuff, because obviously something isn't working and something needs to change. So yeah, do have a look at that one. There are a couple of stories that we have shared about her this week, so do take a look. So the next one is, the headline is, man admits killing his wife, 32, and the Good Samaritan, 76, who stepped in to help her outside the couple's suburban home days before Christmas, but denies their murder. So Amy Appleton was attacked outside her home by her husband, and then a pensioner, Sandy Seagrave, tried to intervene and tried to help her. Daniel Appleton, Amy's husband, admits killing both of them but denies the murder, and he contests his mental state. So it seems like there has been quite a lot of domestic violence going on within their relationship anyway. We don't know the full story, but there was obviously some other things going on, and his mental health obviously wasn't great. But he brutally murdered his wife and this elderly woman, Sandy Seagrave, outside their home in broad daylight. So again, it's a horrible story. It's horrible for the family. And the way that he went about the murders obviously wasn't very nice either. So yeah, we're yet to find out really what's going to happen with that. But when we hear any more, we will be sharing it. They're wanting to charge him with 2 counts of murder, but that's not happening at the moment. So yeah, we will share any updates that we see on this story. So the final story today is David Bieber, aka Nathan Wayne Coleman, is to stand trial for trying to kill a prison officer. So he's due to stand trial in April. He is accused for attempting to murder a prison officer in Worcestershire. At HMP Long Lartin is where the incident happened. He denies the attempted murder of Alison Smith and wounding her to do grievous bodily harm and unauthorised possession of a knife or offensive weapon. So there was a ruckus at the prison, and he attacked the prison officer Alison Smith. So the charges have been released. He's due to stand trial. He is changing his case, and he's given permission to transfer his legal aid so he could be represented by someone else. So there is a bit of a drama about that, and that's what's sort of delaying the case, but that's obviously building frustrations up even more. So yeah, anyway, I will share that in the comments below as well. So get in touch if you've been affected by any of the things that we've spoken about tonight. Would be great to hear from you. I also want to just mention that we have set up a group. So you're on the page, that's what you're watching me on right now. And I've set up a group which is attached to the page. So that's me running it. So this is my face. It is me running that group. So if you feel that joining the group would be beneficial to you, then please do join. It is open to everybody. And basically, I want it to be a safe place where we won't be talking about, you know, news related stuff. It won't be about prison phone. It will be about building a community and helping people where we can. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again next week. I will be live in the group a few times this week as well, so please do join. Yeah, have a good weekend, and thank you for watching. Bye.